Welcome back to LearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock, the lesson is about to get started. In case you're new with us, there's a few things I'd like to show you to help you throughout the lesson. These lessons are always guided and shaped by your questions, and if you're live with us today, there's a couple different ways you can do that. One is in the public live chat, and the other is the Ask Jamin a Question button, where you can ask me a question privately, and I won't share your identity in case you're afraid that your question is stupid. But it's not. If you're in the archives, though, then just open up the survey. At the end of that, there's a place where you can ask your question. I will say I frequently get questions from students in the archives watching a lesson from 6 months ago, and I have no idea what they're talking about. So please try to be as specific as possible. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The PDF will often have additional video links inside so you can get more in-depth instruction on each of the topics. And if you're the kind of person who likes to print out the PDF so you can make the same notes on your physical version as I'm making during the lesson, now would be the time to do that. The MP3 is just a play-along track so you can practice more after the lesson. In traditional lessons, a teacher is going to actually present some new concept for maybe 5 or 10 minutes every couple weeks. The rest of the time is going to be spent applying and refining those concepts. Well, here I'm spouting off hours of new information every week, so it's totally unreasonable to expect you to actually absorb all of that. Instead, the goal of these live lessons is for you to find some little nugget of something that makes sense, but is a bit of a challenge, and for you to go practice it, because practice is where all the improvement's going to happen. So don't feel bad if you have to leave the live lesson when you find that little thing that you're going to practice. And of course, if I'm going too fast, you can always rewind the live lessons or replay in the archives as much as you want. If these live lessons start feeling random or meandering, it's because they are, on purpose. So if you're the kind of person who wants classical training with a step-by-step method, then you're going to want to check out Kloppel Academy on the website. It's included in your live lesson subscription, so you can do both or either. And the upper levels are seriously hard work, but it's going to take you all the way from ground zero, all the way up to being ready to enter any major music college as a piano major in classical or jazz. And finally, it's most people's favorite. This is application, where we take the past concepts from other live lessons and we see how they apply to an actual, real song that already exists. And since there's like 1,000 different ways to play any song, you're just going to work on the version that is appropriate for your level. So that might just mean playing one note at a time for right now. Or maybe you're working on chords or covering the full song. Or maybe you're just seeing how the song breaks down so you can better write and transcribe your own songs in the future. But whatever your level is, the goal is not this song. So even if you don't play the whole entire song, you'll get better by even attempting a little bit of it, and attempt it we shall. Right. Welcome back. We're almost here. Live stream begins shortly. There we go. All right. Welcome back to Learn Piano Live.
Camera skills.
She's doing everything. She's moderating the chat room. She's running the cameras. She's doing the sound effects. She's the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what?
Yes.
I didn't even think. Oh, okay.
No, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Next weekend, I have a 3-day weekend, which
Oh.
I'm very excited about. Do I have plans? No.
Okay.
Probably going to sit in my room and read a book, but finals are that next week, so I'll probably study.
Oh. Yeah, okay. That's responsible. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
No
yeah.
problem.
And you got the new Sarah J. Maas book.
Yes.
To work on.
So excited.
Yes. And the book that you're writing, and then all of your music.
Still going. I edited another chapter today. So
Okay. I don't know how you do it all.
What I'm doing. Oh.
Cram it all in. Okay, today we're doing one of my favorite songs in the entire universe, Danny Boy. So it should end up sounding something, like this. I don't think I've played these things at the beginning before. This is probably a terrible idea. No track. Thanks. Something like that. So then, let's start here at the top. We're going to do the melody first. This should be relatively simple, though it's long. So each of the sections is kind of easy, but there's just a lot of sections. So let's get into this thing before we run out of time. We're going to start on a B, and a B can always be found by taking any group of 3 black notes, like those ones right there, and taking the top note, the ones most to the right, and dragging it up 1 note, and you land on a B every single time. So we got a B here, and then we're just going to walk straight up from there, up 1, up 1, up 1. And that's "Oh, Danny Boy." And I highly recommend that you say the words out loud as you're playing the notes. Don't just say the names of the notes. So we'd have "Oh, Danny Boy," and then we're gonna go back to the D and back up to the E. So "Oh, Danny Boy," the pipes. Now we're gonna go to an A. Now we played a B here. Everyone's gonna be tempted to go, "Oh, an A is right there." But you can see here on the sheet music that this is going from an E up to an A. So up is that direction. So we will, instead of playing "Oh, Danny Boy," the pipes, the, we're gonna go "Oh, Danny Boy," the pipes, the. So we go all the way up to this A. That's skipping over 2 notes here, the F and the G, to the point where the letters start over again, that A. That's "the pipes are calling." It's a lot of notes. That A, G, and we'll do this section right here. A, G, E, D, C, A. So all together, that is "Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling." And then if you're watching this in the archives, make sure you pause, practice, rewind, whatever you need to do to get that section down before you move on to the next thing, which is starting on a C right here. From Glenn is an E, to is an F, and then Glenn is a G. A, G, E is and down the. Then we're going to skip down to a C. From Mound, 10 is an E, and then side is a D. So again, all of that together would be "Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. From Glen to Glen and down the mountain side." Now we get to kind of repeat the beginning section for at least the first several notes. This, "The summer's gone and all the roses falling," should be the exact same thing as "Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling." So we get to repeat all of that. "The summer's gone and all the roses falling." Then this next part's gonna be kind of different. We're gonna walk from a B all the way up to an F, and then back down to a B again. So B, C, D, E, F, E, D, C, B, and then end the whole thing on a C. So we walk up, then we walk down, we land on a C at the end. And then we're on to the new section. So that's like the first half of the song there. Let's play through that one more time. And if you could play any of these notes along with me, that would be great. Having this B, C, D, E thing down is going to be kind of important because, as you can tell, it shows up a lot. So let's start there with the B. "Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes," up to A. "The pipes are calling." That's a tricky section right there. That'll need some practice. "From Glen to Glen and down the mountain side." Now we get to repeat all of that. So even if you missed a bunch of notes there, jump back in here on this B. "The summer's gone and all the roses falling." And then jump in again here. If you missed some of those notes, we're going to go from B up to F, back down to B again. "'Tis you, must go and I must," and end it on a C, "bide." Then we're going to skip up to G and take a lot of the same themes with us, that whole walking up and walking down thing. So we're going to start on this G, though, which is skipping over 3 notes. We landed on a C. We're going to go D, E, F, G, start right here. And that's "But come you back," right there. So we're walking straight from a G all the way up to a C. And then we're on to this section right here. B, B, A, G, A, G, E, C. And then we're going to do the exact same thing again, walking from that G up to that C. all the way through this note right here. So, or when the valley's hushed and white is the same thing as, but come you back when summers. There we go. Oh, in. You get to make it that far. So, or when the valley's hushed and white. But then at the end of this, we're going to go down to an E. Really?
Hey, Jamin, it's time for our feature of the day, which is the lick of the day today.
The lick of the day, yes. And this is stolen straight out of our jazz idioms courses that are coming out slowly. Some of them are out already. So this is the Crimea River lick. So this is for any minor chords. If you were playing chords already, and you know of a minor chord, like, for example, an A minor chord. And if you could, pop out there for a second so you can see these notes. Sorry. You didn't clear yourself. There you go. So that's an A minor. All we're going to do is play these exact same notes. We're going to include the two of the chord, or the note that's at one whole step below the root. And I might have lost some of you already if you haven't played chords before. So this is mostly for people who know their chords. So this is an A minor. We're adding in this note that's the 2. And that's almost entirely the lick right there, as long as we play that exact same thing 1 octave higher. There's a bunch of these notes we're not going to play, but these are all of the notes from the lick. So we're going to take out the top 2 notes here and just keep these, and then play all of these in descending order. So it's the entire chord down here and just the bottom 2 of that chord up there. And this is something you'd use like in improvisation or as an intro to a song. So like you could use it here if you wanted to go into, this is gonna sound super weird. So if we did it like, from an A minor, that would be really super weird. So, wow, let's see if I can actually fit that in. Yeah, okay, so you could almost fit it in there. Yeah, so it'll fit in there somewhere. But anytime you have a minor chord, especially if you're improvising, you can use that. It's the 2 to the 1 of the chord, and then the 5, 3, 2, 1 of the chord. That's called the Crimea River lick, because that's the beginning notes of the song called Crimea River. All right, cool. So that is our lick of the day. So we need to get back to our song, finish this bad boy up, add in some chords and stuff after this short break. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.